me home, country roads. Oh fuck, you're here. Hey there, buddies. I don't have anything prepared for today, so let me just check my box and just let me get it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I have it right here. We need to get groceries. No, it's not that. Oh, water. Yep, I guess today is the water day. To be able to explain this correctly, I guess we will need to go into a hike. So pack your things and we'll be on our way.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear a voice in the morning.
Water. A element so predominant in some places in-game but never explored. Until now, because we're going down the rabbit hole, or I may say, down the water hole. To begin properly, I will need to explain the water cycle, a thing that you should know since elementary school, but I guess we can go over it real quick. The water cycle is composed of precipitation, collection, evaporation, and condensation. Another way to get water is the transpiration of plants that they do from their leaves, from the water that they get through the floor. Following the topic of the floor, water tends to erode it depending on the material of the stone and makes underground rivers and caves, and that's called a karst. These geological formations are mostly done in sedimentary rocks, for example, sandstone, limestone, and dolomite. These rocks are mostly made of sediments or residual life. Let's take limestone for example. Limestone is composed of ancient seashells, making up to 95% or more. And seashells are made of calcium carbonate, a biodegradable material for seawater. In limestone, there's calcium crystals, better called like quartz, pyrite, and aragonite. Another rock that I wanted to explain is dolomite. And dolomite is partially composed of magnesium. Just like limestone, dolomite is able to form crystals. Interesting enough, I found a crystal in dolomite similar looking like a cracked crystal, and after that I found a similar cave of a familiar limestone cave that I seen before. Before explaining the way of water, I need to remark the type of vitality that water is. Water contains one of three types of vitalities, and that one would be cerulean, the type of magic, water, and spirit. These vitalities they follow a order and a cycle. The first step would be the crimson vitality. This energy is contained in the blood of all living beings, and red is attached to the crucible, and fire and warmth. In Cairo's hidden grave, we can see the literal representation of the crimson essence into the cerulean essence. Here we have the red spider lily, a flower mostly used in Japanese funerary rites representing the transition to the afterlife. The color between red and blue is violet, the color of ghost flame and death. The color of sleep has a similar pigment. Maybe it's because sleep is the in-between consciousness and dreams. Seems like sleep is akin to death. When the essence fully transitions into blue, water becomes its medium. Water should follow a current. If this doesn't happen, souls roam aimlessly and water stagnates. This is why the dead needs shepherds, direction, lights, and paths to follow the way of death and the way of water. Following the water, we find a naturally formed underground access. Through here, water falls to underground rivers and giant cave systems. The ancients threw their deceased in stone coffins, as if they were boats. The stone coffins fall to lower depths, trailing the current of the underworld rivers. Down the river, in the lower depths, we find ruins of ancient civilizations. These ancients may have believed that the control of souls and water were the same. This civilization built channels, aqueducts, dams, and mausoleums to honor their dead. They built these structures at the feet of an ancient underwater ocean. I call it the Ocean of Souls. Yet, these ruins don't tell the whole story. The water still flows deeper into the depths. The underground runs even deeper to a place where all water and souls reside. A place where no man has ever gone to, or at least hasn't been in a while. This is the Great Hollow, the spirit realm, the land of the crystals, where the very way of the water ends. Here we can find all kinds of crystals, between glintstone and spirit crystals, like if they were formed naturally here. This is where all the underground rivers converges. This is where all the Sea of Souls ends up. But there's another step, because when souls crystallize and you break crystals, you get something else. You get a spring. A spring happens when underground water finds a fissure from where water comes back to the surface. And not only water finds its way outside, because we have spirit springs. These spirit springs represent the evaporation step of the water cycle. This leads the spirits to the heavens to become clouds. Another stop of our spirit water is the mountaintops, where we find spirit trees, animals, and a highly concentrated spirit water on a nearby cave. But this is not even the final step to this cycle. We still have so much more questions to be answered. What happens to the spirits in the clouds? Was the whole lands between a giant Nautilus fossil shell? Who are the ancient gods, and if they have a relationship with water and the underground? What happened to the water cycle to be abandoned today? Those are really good questions that I will not answer today because I need more ideas for my videos. So I'm just going away. I will try to find a new teleporter to my house, and we'll see each other another day that's not today. But goodbye. Take care.